Hey everyone, Thrasher here. Just a brief video on introducing the program Logger Pro. Shouldn't take very long. You turn on the Mac next to your lab station, and the icon is this one right here. It should already be in the dock. So in this little area, look for this one. It has this little graph paper and pen. So you click on it, and when it first starts up, there's going to be just kind of this blank graph. Okay, we don't want that. Next to the station, there's going to be it almost looks like an old Palm Pilot and a motion detector. Okay, once you plug those into the computer, the program is going to recognize them. And so I have attached a simple sonic motion detector. It sends out little pulses of sound waves, and using that it can detect sound, or I'm sorry, it can detect things like position and velocity. Okay, but the program knows it, so it automatically pulls up a position graph versus time and a velocity graph. Okay, to collect data, there's this little green play button. Okay, and it means when you click it, you're going to start collecting. So I have the motion detector, though you can't see it. I'm going to move a box up and down after I hit the green button. So start, moving it down and up, down and pause and up. Okay, so you see there's a position graph and a velocity graph. Let's say you don't want position, but instead you want acceleration. All you have to do with the mouse is go over to the name position and click, normal, regular click, and you can choose. Okay, and I'm going to pick acceleration. Okay, now it's showing the acceleration that corresponds, and to be honest, if we did our kind of slope to value thing, it would match this one down here. If I want to look at specific values, okay, I can click just along here and it kind of shows up in this area, but there's a button here. Okay, this button at the top, it lets you kind of scan across, and if you look on this area here, it shows you the acceleration and the time. Okay, I could get rid of that. I can do the same thing down here, and I see this. Okay, to be honest, if I click both of them and I hit the line, I'll get one solid line and they both move together. Okay, all this is really doing though is sliding across my giant data table here, so you could also just look at that if you wanted to. Okay, let's say you're done with this trial or you think you made a mistake. To do a new trial, all you have to do is hit this green button again. Okay, that does erase this current one, so if you wanted to record data or something, make sure you do it before you hit the green button. But I'm going to hit the green button, it will erase this data set and start another one. And I'm moving the box again. Okay. Look at my scale here. My acceleration is 100 meters per second squared. Here's my origin. Here's negative 100. Okay, I can't make that little box accelerate much more than that. Okay, if I want a better y-axis, this program will scale automatically. All you have to do is click on the graph you want. Okay, and there's a button here, this little graph with an A. That means auto scale. You click it, and it zooms in. Okay, so now I have a much more reasonable graph. I can do the same thing for velocity. I click down here, and I hit auto scale. And it's going to zoom in for me. Okay, that's the best way. Again, if I wanted a totally different trial, I could hit this button here. Some of these other buttons, like this one here will allow me to find the slope of a line. We're not doing that for this lab, maybe though for another one. This one will find the area under the curve, again maybe in the future. Okay. The only other thing I want to talk about is the motion detector, you can change certain settings. Okay. If you go to the experiment and then you go down to set up sensors, okay, this is the thing that's connected to the computer. It looks like this. It's off to the side. You'll see it when you do the lab. And connected to this guy is this motion detector. And here you can choose the unit, so we won't change that. There's no temperature to set. We won't do anything with the offset. The only thing you might want to look at is this reverse direction. Okay? If this is not clicked, and this is not clicked right now, okay, it says that toward the center or toward the detector is negative. That's what we want. If I click this button, and you'll know it's clicked because now there's a little check mark next to it, that reverses it. So now away from the detector is negative, which I don't want. So you might want to check this setting and make sure that this is unclicked. And I can just click it again, and now it's removed. Okay. If you want to change things like how long it's timing for, so this is set for 5 seconds, there's this button here, so graph and time, so change the time on the graph. Maybe I want to make it 10 seconds. Maybe I only want to make it 2 seconds. You might want to change it depending on what you're doing. I would not change the sampling rate. Too slow, bad data. Too fast, you might wear out my detectors. Okay, I'll put that back. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. If we want to print our data, which we're not doing for the lab, you can do this here. If we're ever doing a lab over multiple days, we might want to create a file for you to come back to. There's other things you are free to mess around with on your own, but those are the basics. Okay, thank you.